Yeah, the first time the alien spoke, no one realized it was speaking at all. The research station on Kepler 91b was used to seismic hums, magnetic spikes, and the occasional scream of the atmosphere tearing across the mountains. Light behaved strangely here. Too thick, too slow, too eager to bend. So when a tremor of color flickered across the canyon, the humans simply logged it and went on with their day. Dr. Mara Ishaan was the first to notice a pattern. She wasn't a linguist, nor a physicist, nor even stationed here by choice. She was an exobiologist who preferred quiet terrain and predictable specimens. Kepler 91b was neither. She stood at the edge of the canyon each dawn, collecting organism samples and muttering to herself about the misery of 5-year research contracts. On the 73rd day, she saw it. Every day, a spiral of blue, white light unfurling across the canyon floor, pulsing in timed intervals. It reminded her of Morse code, almost. She recorded it and returned to the lab. Her colleagues shrugged. Magnetosphere anomaly, said Dr. Halpern. Atmospheric ions reacting, said Engineer Nira. But Mara felt watched. The next morning, the light returned, brighter this time, and spreading across the canyon in lines that shifted when she moved closer. She stopped 10 meters away, breath held. A single point of light detached from the ground and rose. It quivered, alive, curious. Then it expanded into a lattice of shimmering threads, day like a web woven from sunlight. Mara whispered, "Hello." The threads brightened, dimmed, brightened again. It wasn't random. It was responding. She lifted her hand slowly. "I don't understand." The lattice folded inward, compressing itself into a simpler pattern, 3 vertical beams and 1 diagonal slash. Then it repeated the sequence. Mara recorded again, and again her team dismissed it. But she couldn't shake the feeling it was trying to talk. That night, she returned alone. The winds howled. The canyon glowed faintly as if expecting her. The lattice emerged instantly this time, swirling like a creature made of glass and fire. "Why me?" she asked. The lights expanded into a halo, then contracted into a single pulse. Her wrist scanner beeped. It had detected a wave, but not electromagnetic, not sound, not heat. Something new, something the device couldn't classify. She felt it rather than heard it. An emotion, a presence gently brushing her mind. Not intrusive, not forceful. Merely greeting. She staggered back, the lattice dimmed, almost apologetic. "It's okay." She just knew. The presence brightened again, brushing her thoughts a second time. This time, it felt like a question. She pointed to herself. "Mara." The lattice twisted, forming her shape in simplified lines. A tall column of light with 2 branching limbs. Then it flashed twice in an attempt to say her name. Mara's heart hammered in her chest. "You're intelligent," she whispered. "Ever you're fully aware." The lattice pulsed once, slow and proud. She returned every night. Each time, the alien, because that is what it was, learned faster. It communicated through structured geometry, color shifts, and intensity waves. Mara mapped them obsessively. She discovered nouns came in tight, dense clusters of light. Verbs flowed like rivers of shifting luminescence. Emotions radiated like auroras. Within 3 weeks, they could exchange simple ideas. 3 weeks later, complex ones. Its name, or the closest thing humans could pronounce, was Sulan, a concept meaning that which weaves illumination, or speaker and radiance, or simply light mind. Sulan revealed that its species existed not as solid beings, but as photonic consciousnesses intertwined with planetary magnetic fields. They had watched humanity arrive and had approached cautiously, unsure whether humans could perceive their form. "You were seen?" Mara told it during one session. "Just not understood." Sulan's light trembled in a way she recognized as laughter. But light attracts attention, even unintended attention. One night, as Mara and Sulan conversed, alarms blared at the research station. A military vessel had entered orbit. Humanity's growing fear of unknown alien entities had pushed the Interstellar Defense Directorate to intervene. Every day, a voice boomed from Mara's comm. "Ishaan, return to base immediately. Unknown anomaly detected. Armed containment protocols active." Her blood ran cold. "Stay hidden," she told Sulan. But Sulan brightened, sending a wave of motion, fear mixed with determination. It extended a tendril of light toward her. "Mara." It pulsed. "Danger."
"No."
She touched the edge of its luminous form. "Please, just stay out of sight." She sprinted back to base. Soldiers in exosuits surrounded the canyon, scanning for energy signatures. Mara intercepted Colonel Hargreaves as he configured a rail launcher. "Stop. You can't fire into the canyon. There's a hostile anomaly," he replied coldly. "It emits an unknown wavelength. Protocol demands neutralization." Mara shouted, "It's a living being." He stared at her, then at his console. "Jure. Ishaan, stress has compromised your judgment." That was when the canyon lit up brighter than a newborn star. Every soldier froze. Every day, Suilin rose into the sky, expanding into a brilliant tapestry of interlocking spirals and radiant fractals. The air vibrated with its emotion, fear, confusion, and a desperate plea for understanding. Weapons snapped up instantly. Mara sprinted in front of the firing line. "If you shoot, every day you'll start a war with something you don't understand." The colonel snarled, "Move." But Suilin acted first. Every day, a soft wave of light swept outward, touching each soldier. Weapons lowered involuntarily. Not through force, through communication. Every day it was showing them its thoughts, its memories, its purpose. In an instant, everyone felt what Mara had felt: curiosity, gentleness, a wisdom older than humanity's earliest civilizations. Some soldiers dropped to their knees, overwhelmed. Colonel Hargreaves staggered, gripping his head. When the wave faded, he stared at Mara with wide eyes. It wasn't attacking. "No," Mara whispered. "It was talking." Suilin dimmed. Every day. Cautious Mara stepped forward and reached out. The alien wrapped her in a soft halo of light. "Safe," Suilin pulsed. "Thank you," she whispered. Humanity changed that day. The military withdrew. Scientific teams arrived from across the galaxy. Diplomats, philosophers, physicists, all eager to understand the beings of light. Suilin taught them the fundamentals of photonic thought, showing them how knowledge could be carried not in words, but in resonant patterns woven through magnetic fields. Years later, Mara stood again at the canyon. Suilin appeared beside her, radiant and familiar. "You began this," Suilin said in a sequence of warm gold light. "So did you?" Mara replied. Suilin brightened with quiet pride. "Humanity listens now, because someone finally spoke your language." Suilin swirled gently around her, and we spoke together. And as the canyon filled with threads of living light, weaving stories across the sky, every day Mara realized the alien had never been mysterious at all. It had simply waited for someone willing to see the conversation hidden within the glow.